Yeah. Would you not focusing, man? Yeah?
That's was.
And check the stream. It sounds good. Hey, so, you have one back in, eh? Yeah, like a Bluetooth mic, man. I was like, yeah, that's your fire, man. That's your fire.
Because
So, a video. Yeah, like a Bluetooth mic, man. I was like, hey, sound is good. So yeah, man. Hey, Shalom. The GMS Germany camp out in the house and hedges again. First off and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakdash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, mercy to us truth. Peace and blessings, salutation to the elect of their spreading truth, sincerity, and also charity across the four winds. So, like I said, man, another week out here in the highways and hedges. The prophesied downfall of this wicked kingdom and the coming of the righteous kingdom of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, man. And not a lot of things going on in I would say the people that know that are Israelites, because they got different camps. Um, how can I say, waxing worse and worse, man, with these times. So give me Babak Shaw. Give me First Timothy, or what? Wait, let me check. Second Timothy or First Timothy? Second Timothy chapter 3, and verse 13. Babak Shaw. Let's start with them, because these other camps now waxing worse and worse, man.
two and that, 2:13.
Second Timothy 3 and 13. Because these other camps waxing worse and worse. I'm particularly speaking about the Sakari, which was a group of assassins back in ancient Israel. And now we got to the spirit that might be the same people, you know, might be the same people coming back in regeneration, reincarnation, but they really making the house of the Lord the house of merchandise. And Lapana, give me John chapter 2, verse 14, and you read that, Papa Shah?
2 Timothy 3:13.
Yeah.
But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
See, waxing worse and worse, man. They're going more evil by the day, man. Because the brother Tasbasha and I was on like a Tuesday or Wednesday was live. I made just some calculations, right, about certain T-shirts that they sell because I sent it to the group chat. The elder Amwan Gabar made a video and he showed like, hey, they sell a pullover or the like a hoodie for €80 for $80, then a T-shirt for $30, $40 with the fringes on, And what they're always pushing, you have to wear your fringes. Why? Because they may want to make the house. They want to make the house of the Lord the house of merchandise, man, because they want to use people that are in this truth for their own belly's sake, man. This is really what they're doing. And this is really what you're seeing because, hey, like we read, they're waxing worse and worse. Be deceiving and being deceived. Yeah, because they think this is the right way to go. Making you music videos, making so-called music videos for the Lord, but then having a fucking Patreon account saying like we're gonna push the truth music or advertise your truth music for €350 per month. Come on, man. This thing isn't about money, man. This thing is about the work for Yahweh Shemel Shai, that the people wake up, that the people get warned, and that Yahweh Shemel Shai come back and conquer this world, man. So give me that verse. John chapter 2.
John chapter.
Oh yeah, that's the point. But hold it real quick. We're gonna read it after. Read John chapter 2 and start verse 14. Yeah. Read down.
And found in the temple those.
Start verse 13.
Verse 13. And the Jews' Passover was at hand.
Yeah.
And Jesus, Yahushai, went up to Jerusalem and found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves and the changers of money sitting.
So you see, people are basically hustling, man. So people are hustling, exchanging things. Why? Because the people want to get right. Because it's Pesach, man. It's the time of the Passover. It's a high holy day, and all the Israelites had to come back from all their places to go back to Jerusalem because 3 times a year we had to go back to Jerusalem. Let me read that real quick in the book of Deuteronomy. I think it was 16th chapter. Let me check real quick. Deuteronomy chapter 16.
What book pages?
I saw it. Yeah, it was. But I want to get it quick and then I'm going to fix it. What up? Yeah. Just John chapter 16 and verse, Deuteronomy 16 and 16, it says, 3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before the Lord Yahweh thy power in the place which he shall choose, in the feast of unleavened bread, which is the after the Pesach, after the ceremony of the Pesach, then the feast of unleavened bread starts. So this time period you go back to Jerusalem. So in the feast of unleavened bread, in the feast of weeks, and the feast of tabernacles, and they shall not appear before the Lord Yahweh empty. So they had to bring some offering, and that's why they had this exchange going on in what is it called, in the temple, man. You know, was exchanging heavy, and even freaking money's changed. Why do you think that? Because all Israelites from all the places came. Give me real quick, James chapter 1:1. Give me that real quick, Babak Shah. Because you have to understand, Israelites were all around the globe already, man. Certain, like for example, okay, not the slot, but you had Israelites scattered everywhere, man. You know, and that's why we should go know also all. This is why the apostles after Yahushua was basically gone. He said, "Hey, go out into all the world, man. And teach the nations." Why? Because Israelites are scattered everywhere. Read.
James 1:1. James, servant of Yahweh
Speak up, Babak Shah.
and of the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach,
Yeah.
to the 12 tribes which were scattered abroad, reading.
See, to the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad breeding. So why? Why are you saying that? Because Israelites are scattered everywhere. And for example, when you just look at the books of the Bible, because Bible means also a collection of books, or rather said, means a collection of books. This is the definition of the word Bible. But when you look at, well, why was the book of Romans written? The book of Corinthians, the book of Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, I said already. Corinthians, so on and so forth. Why do you think all these things were written? Because the Israelites were scattered everywhere, and they had different churches in these places. So the same thing right now. So now the Israelites had to come back from all these places and go basically to Jerusalem to worship and come before Yahweh Shema Shai, to make the do sacrifice, to do the things according to the law. Okay, they came there now. So now you have people that came with different currencies. Like for example, you had the Roman currency, but do you think the guy or the Israelites out of, for example, Ethiopia had the same currency as the Romans? Hell no, man. So they came and changed things. Money changes. Why? Because they wanted to make money, man. So keep on reading in John. And just to give the what is it called? The scene, man. Read.
And when he had, verse 15, made a scourge of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple and
See?
the sheep.
See, so Yahushua came and he took small cords, bind them up, and whipped the shit out of them, man. Because when you go into the, it says scourge. No, what does it say? Say, read the last part again, Babak Shah. Or read the whole verse again.
And when he had made a scourge of small
a
cords,
scourge, yeah, like a scourge, and it's a whip, man. So he had a whip, and he whipped the shit out of the Israelites, man. He's like, hey, what the fuck are y'all doing, man? They did these things in the temple, where the Israelites come together to worship. Read.
he drove them all out of the temple and the sheep and the oxen, and brought out the changers, money, and overthrew the table.
See, so he was violent when he was angry. He overthrew the tables, he kicked them out of the temple. Read. What did he say?
And said unto them that sold doves, take these things hence. Make not my father's house an house of merchandise.
Merchandise. Can you got the Google that, right? Can you look at the word merchandise, Babak Shah? Because these people are abusing Yahweh Shah, and the same thing you have to understand right now. It's the same thing. Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 10. Ecclesiastes 1 and 10. Because it's the same thing right now. These people want to make the house of the Lord the house of merchandise. Because, we are the new building of the Lord. Because what does the scripture say? In Acts chapter 17, verse 24, the Heavenly Father doesn't dwell in temples made with hands, man. But we are the temple of the Most High. So they want to abuse the third temple of Yahweh Shema Shah, which are the people, for their own merchandise, man, for their own gain, for filthy lucre's sake, man. And this is not the time they win, but want to talk shit about the elders apostles, man. The Heavenly Father going to deal with them accordingly, man. And it's not like a back and forth. I just want to touch on that because the Spirit was upon me. I was a lot of videos of that. And hey, we just speak on that, man. Because, huh? In John chapter 2, of course, this word merchandise. Maybe. Okay. Then go to John chapter 2. And I think verse 16, where it says merchandise. Because you just heard it read it, right?
Yeah, but I just can't tell you what to come up with.
It's 2 and 16. It's right there. So I got the word merchandise. It says a place where trade is carried on, a mart, an emporium. Emporium. Let me look that up real quick. The word emporium. A large retail store selling a widely variety of goods, man. So they made just the house of the Lord a house, a freaking like a marketplace, man. They're just exchanging and yeah, really abusing Yahweh Shemel law. Why? Because Israelites came there and they wanted to make basically use of that. Probably also, I can imagine, man, you know how Jake is now increasing the prices, making the turtle dove, which were, for example, but now let me just use the now currency, the currency we have. We say like 10 euros, they made like 100 euros of it. Double that, 30 euros, 40 euros, whatever. And that's what they're doing. Why? Because these people needed that to come onto Yahweh Shemel Shai because they shouldn't come before the Lord empty.
No, no way. Because it was like major profits from Dan to Malachi, just search your books.
Oh, okay.
That's why I always was fucked up with my to-do letter.
Oh, that's why you couldn't search things, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But now you figured it out, see? That's why, man. It's all in spirit. But nevertheless, man, they just abused the word of Yahweh Shemel Shai. They abused the house of Yahweh Shemel Shai and actually his word. Because really think, man, Israelites on for righteousness' sake, they're coming back, you know, coming back to Israel, want to do the right thing, and then these people just increase the money, taking money from them, man. Come on, man, that's not the way to go. And let me look it up real quick also in the etymology. Merchandise, it says trading, commerce, action of business of buying and selling goods or commodities for profit. See, they did it all for the profit. So go back to 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 13, read that again. And Lepanya, you give me Philippians chapter 2, like Philippians chapter 3 and verse 18.
2 Timothy 3:13.
Yep.
An evil man is deluded, shall wax worse and worse.
Yep.
Deceiving and being deceived.
Exactly, man. Read.
Verse 14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
Exactly, that's the point. Even though all these guys coming up against the Al's apostles, even though all these things going on, you have to be strong in the things that you learned, man. Be strong in Yahweh Shemel Shai's word. Because Al's apostles told us the right thing, man, and they're pushing it for 30 plus years. Now, these guys, being whatever, 10, maybe 10 plus years, I don't know, 10 plus years in the truth, talking about El Apostle should keep on giving the torch, man. Give it to the next man. And you know what this means? He should retire, man. Fuck out of here, man. And the truth, there's no retiring. Where does it say in the scriptures after so much years you can retire from being a prophet? There's no such thing, man. You prophesy until Yahweh Shemel says it's enough, man. You know? Because the elders apostles go, oh, you see, first leaders would see them really with the, like in 2007, and you have to understand I was teaching before that. But the first leaders came out around 2007. So they had the dark, you know, El Apostle Hall. You see, no gray, everything, right? He had full of dark hair, man, in his face, man. Dark beard, dark hair, man. Was teaching. And then these people want to say, like, hey, he should just keep on giving the torch, and nobody in GMS is basically doing the right thing. That's why he keep on giving the torch. Fuck out of here, man. Even El Apostle Hall was saying, when he was sick, yo, listen, man. Hey, shit, man, I think because it was, you know how it is, that you get really sick. You feel really fucked up. You're like, hey, maybe the Lord want to take me out, man. And that's what he was saying. He said, like, hey, maybe the Lord want to take me out, but hey, wait, I have to take care of these things, man. You see, he got the smile on the church. Give me Acts chapter 20, verse 28 real quick. And you read the Philippians. Give me that real quick.
Philippians 3 and?
Start at verse 17.
3 and 17.
Yep.
Yeah, and if I be offered upon the sacrifice and
No. Philippians 3 and 17.
3 and 17, okay. Can't. Zlatia was it 3 and 2, 17. 3:17. Brethren, Achion, be followers together of me and mark them which work, so as ye have us for an example.
Example, yeah, exactly. So, is this an example or example?
Example.
Example. This is example.
Yeah, I have maybe old version or so.
Okay. So, nevertheless, he said, like, mark them that walk as example as we walk. So, mark the person that walk as Paul walk. So, you should look for men that walk the same way and really call them out, man, for being good. But the same thing, it says in Romans. Give me Romans real quick. Romans 16 and 17. Because Romans says other thing, man. Mocked him like, you know, we're gonna read it. I don't want to, hold it. I want to read it. I want to hear it read, you know. Yeah, man. And this guy's talking about, yeah, we're talking about them, this, that, and the third, bringing these things out. But they say like, man, World War III is about to pop off, you know. Hey, you don't know if World War III gonna pop off. What you talking about? First off, the mark of the beast, which is the MOTB, which is the RFID chip, has to come first, man. And then the world war gonna come, so on and so forth. Then all these other prophecies gonna come to pass. Yeah, I wish I should try. But the hour of temptation has to come first, man. You know, the world war won't happen before the mark of the beast is there, man. Read.
Romans 16:17.
You have to speak up a little bit.
Now I beseech you, brethren,
Yeah.
mark them which cause division
See?
and offenses,
Yeah. Mark them that cause division and offenses. Read.
contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned,
See, contrary
and avoid them.
Contrary to the doctrine that you have learned and avoid them. So we have to mark these people, man. You have to mark them. Talk about, yeah, there are 1,000 leaders. Yeah, you know why? Because they saw all these GMS members jump on it. The brother tells about Sean. Oh, I was just sitting like, hey, what we're going to go into? My spirit was already thinking about that topic. And then he said, like, yeah, what we're going to go into? And I was like, yeah, man, I have something, but I don't know if it's like fitting for a life lesson that long. And then he said the same thing. So the spirit was connecting us, man. And then we went in it. And then we saw, he was even saying, I was thinking like, hey, why so many GMS members jumping on that topic? Why do you think it's that? Because Heavenly Father put the spirit upon us to do so. Because it all started off with one elder brother from New York speaking to a Zakari camp over there. And then it, got a little bit, I would say heated, but they was talking. And then the apostle flipped on him. But then the whole thing started off to that because then Zachary jumped on it, and then GMS was rebuking them for the wrong things that they're talking about. So this is what we do, man. We mark them that cause division, man. Why? Because they have to be marked. And what's going on right now in these times, they have me try to make it plain, make it easy to see who you should follow and who not, man. You should follow an Israelite group that is taking basically money for counsel and shit like that. Come on, man. If you have this, if you have this package, you're gonna get counsel from this and this guy. Advertise why, man? Why should it be like that? If I have a question, if I need counsel, I go to my brothers, and if I wouldn't be in the camp, I would just ask them to come aboard. That's it, man. But I have to be in a fucking thing to do that, man. It's showing you there's something wrong with these guys, man. And we have to avoid them. You have to stay away from them and stick to the men that taught you the right thing. So go back to Philippians and read the verse 17 again, Baba Kishore.
Brethren, Akim, be followers together of me, and mark them which walk so as ye have us for an example. For many walk, of whom I have told you often, and now tell you even weeping, that they are the enemies of the cross of Christ Yahushua.
Yeah, man. So you see that there were men that were walking first in the faith, but then they were the enemy of Yahushua, man. They turned to the enemy of Yahushua. Read.
For many walk, of whom I have told you often, and now tell you even weeping, that they are the enemies of the cross of Christ Yahushua, whose end is destruction, whose God is their belly.
See, whose God is their belly, so they do everything for their own pleasure, for their own gain. And this is what you see with these dudes, man. Talking about they're so righteous, talking about he's the chief high priest. Come on, man. How can you be like that, man? This is showing there's something wrong with these guys, but they're mixing the truth with worldly things, rapping, guns. Of course, a lot of people are gonna flock to that. That's Jake, man. Jake don't want to turn around 100%. Jake want to turn like a little bit, but want to still keep these things there. Still keep their lust. Oh yeah, man, I like that, I like that rap. So I want to be a rapper and be the truth, I want to be the rapper for the Lord, man. We are rappers for the Lord right now. We speaking this truth. Give me Revelation chapter 14 and 3 real quick. Because we're singing this new song, man. We're the singers we're spiritual singers, man. But you want to be a fucking carnal-ass rapper, man? Do it then. Flexing with cars, shit, man. We're not about that shit. Come on, man. Read.
Revelation 14:3. And they sung, as it were, a new song.
Verse 1,
and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 140 and 4,000 having his father's name written in their foreheads.
Exactly. You give me real quick Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4. So the lamp is Yahushua, and 144,000 are the elect, man. Having the name of the Lord on the forehead, spiritually, man. Not on the physically, like engraved or whatever. No. Have the mark of the Lord, spiritual, the name of the Lord, so like, um, spiritually in their forehead. Why? Because they got the full knowledge and understanding. They got seed in the spirit. Read.
I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder.
Uh-huh.
And I heard the voice, harpers harping with their harps,
Yep.
and they sung as it were a new song before the throne,
Yep.
and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but 144,000,
Exactly. So the
which
144,000. Yeah, read.
which were redeemed from the earth.
See? So the 144,000 learned that song and they spread it to the world. But they were the only ones that to learn it. Then to that they got spread. This is what happened right now. The elect spread in the world. How much we have that number? That's why I say, how many be the hope you elect? You know? Because we got faith and hope. How else are we that we have that number? But this is really what's going on. So we're singing, man. But y'all want to be countless rappers, you know? Having freaking females. I remember also a guy, man. He had a, what is it? He made a video, you know, they'll talk about the prophets and so forth, and had a freaking ratchet ass female in there, man. Look at really straight, really like carnal ass, or really like worldly female, man. Worldly Jake female. Worldly Israelite.
We go.
Yeah, man, we're going with the lash, everything all tatted up, you know, big earring, everything, man. Nothing more as a pair, nothing. Post that in the truth video for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, right? And I'm just giving you these examples to show you that they are not the right men, man. This is not the right way to go. But I don't know if I don't know if he's from the Sakari or not. But hey, these people are off, and you should really discern right now in these times, jail, man, who you should follow and who not, man. What you should do and what not. Really, you should see it, man. And if you want to follow this man, follow this man, man. But don't be complaining later because we warned you. And that's all we're doing, warning you. So give me the Ezekiel real quick, 9 and 4. Because talking about the mark, right? They are marked, they have the name of the Lord written before it. Read.
Ezekiel 9 and 4. And the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem.
Yep.
And set a mark upon the foreheads of the man that sight and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
See, so the angel was sent out to mark the elect in the forehead, which with what? With the mark tawad. When you go into the word, it means tawad, means for exemption for judgment. So mark them because these are the men that are going to deliver, and these are the elect, which have, like we read in Revelation 14, in verse 1, having his father's name written in their foreheads, man. Which is the truth, man. You know, and what is the main, or one of the main things of this truth? The name Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And even Israelite group don't want to teach that, man. And all these things that we're saying right now are all prophecies. Even Yahushua was speaking about that. Lepanda, give me Matthew chapter 24. Or matter of fact, stay in Ezekiel, read the last verse. Read the verse last, then we jump to Matthew.
Ezekiel 9 and 5.
Yeah, read that.
And to the others he said, In mine hearing, go ye after him to the city.
Yeah.
And smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Yeah, keep on reading.
Slay utterly, old and young, both maids and little children, and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary.
Read.
Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house.
At the ancient men, why? Because they were the leaders, man. They were the guys where you go to council. This is what's going to happen. It starts at the top, man. They're going to take these. Hey, I'm telling you. You know, the thing is for me always, these guys always say like, hey, the house of GMS going to be fucked up, so on and so forth. But you see that everybody else around them and get jacked up, get fucked up, get brought down, man. Why? Because they push this truth, man. They're pushing this truth even in their sickness. Even when they go through fucked up shit, man. They're always pushing this truth. Daily. You see other posts running daily. Daily doing a video, man. Come on, man. That's a freaking heavy spirit because you try that. I'm telling you, man, you're gonna be exhausted. You got your work, 9 to 5 job. Probably got a family. You want to push videos, want to study, have brothers that you have to take care of, affairs in the camp, so on and so forth. And then on top of that, you do all everyday video, man. Come on, man. But these men should, should keep on giving the torch, so on and so forth. cussing these men out, and y'all gonna see what's gonna happen to y'all, man. Everybody gonna deal calm with you, man. I'm not. Hey, I won't judge concerning. Let me phrase that. Not judging like if it's right or wrong, but the judgment is the hand of the Lord, man. Let me say it like that. He gonna weigh the matter. He gonna weigh the matter, man. That's the thing. So finish the verse. It's gonna start in the top, man. You had a verse for me, right? I gave you one. What was it again? Read.
And it came to pass while they were slaying them, and I was left, that I fell upon my face and cried and said, Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Lord God, wilt thou destroy all the residue of Israel in thy pouring out of thy fury upon Jerusalem?
Yeah, okay, this was it. So give me the book of Acts. And you grab Matthew chapter 24. I think around the 20th verse where it says they're going to be false Christ with the plural. Read.
It's Acts 20 and 28.
Yep.
Take heed, therefore, unto yourselves and to all the flock over the which the Holy Ghost or the Rakakodash have made you overseers.
See?
And feed the church of Yahweh or of power, which he hath purchased with his own blood.
See? Yeah. So this is really what the apostle was saying. Actually, this is what the apostle said. You know what he said? He said, like, man, I thought the Lord was gonna take me out. But I was thinking about, hey, what's gonna happen? I have to do this, man. I have to take care of this. He was thinking about the flock, man. He was thinking about Yahweh Bashim's work. But these are not the true men of the Lord, right? Calling us all kinds of things. Come on, man. But hey, gladly take it. Because God, give me Luke chapter 6, verse 23. Give me that real quick. Because we have to be overseers of the flock. But hey, not the whole flock want to be overseen, man. There we have there's definitely gonna be some rebellious as sheep, man. I'm telling you. You know, wolves in sheep clothing. And this is really what you see, man. They come humble, like, yeah, man. Hey, this, that, and the third, you have to wear the fringes, acting all righteous. But behind the scenes, you see what they're doing, man. You see what they're doing. You got Matthew, the verse? Okay, but let me first read this. Luke 6:23.
Luke 6:23. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy.
Oh, verse 22.
Blessed are ye when men shall hate you,
Yeah.
and when they shall separate you from their company.
Exactly. This is basically what all these other Greek camps did. After El Apostle brought out the so-called rape doctrine, which is just according to the law, if you want to have a wife, you just grab her, pop her. She's gonna be a wife. You can't divorce her. And what's gonna happen? You have to pay a father. I think it was 50 shekels of silver, if I remember right. So you have to. Just according to the law, because these things happen. Then she will be your wife. So what is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? And what does it say in the book of First Corinthians where it says, let me look it up real quick. I forgot exactly where it was. The flower of her youth, man. You know, because when a female gets a period, man, you, according to the scriptures, are allowed to deal with her. Now, right now, we're not dealing with 14 years, 16 years, or whatever. No, we don't do that. You know, but in the kingdom is going to be different, because you have to understand also the women are going to be in their full strength again. Because right now you see these children, not these children, but these females, these young women, whatever you want to call them, 14 years old. A certain of them are fucking looking like 18, 19 years old, man. You see them mad young. Of course, in the mind you see that they're back, that they're young, but from the body and everything, they don't look like old, man. They look better than a freaking 22-year-old, man. I'm telling you sometimes. But the point of the matter is just this. This is according to the scriptures. All of that is according to the scriptures, but these guys separated themselves from GMS after that. They said we have nothing to do with them. They call us GMS. GMS. We are basically GMS. You understand what I'm saying? So, hey, just what these people do. But it's all in the spirit, because what did Yahweh Shai say? Blessed are we, man. What you want to say?
Also because you said they look older than they actually are.
Yeah.
It has not to be that all wickedness comes from their mothers. It can be also their girlfriends and whatever, or what they see and consume. But they actually dress really, really young already with these like leggings and stuff, where you see ass and all, So that's basically how they move today, and then they wonder how their children can be sexualized when they walk around with the shit.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's basically making no sense. Then they say to you, oh, they're not 18, they can't decide if they want to have a man or not, but they can decide what they wear, right?
Yeah, man. But you see, man, it's exactly the point. They're dressing older. You see the homeless kicking in 40, 50 years old. They wanna deal with a man, man. They wanna deal with them. That's what you see. But hey, everything is lawful, but it's not expedient. You have to judge a man if it's expedient to deal with a female at that age. Come on, man. You know how the world is. You can have only one wife. You know. First off, according to their law, if you want to marry, you can only marry one woman. According, on paper, so and so. You can have multiple women. You can't do that. You know. But on top of that, if you deal with a female like that, they will put you in jail, man. So don't even think about that, man. Just leave it. But the Apostle Taha just brought it out that this is going to happen in the king, and this is a call to the scriptures. So let me read this real quickly. The book of First Corinthians. Huh?
You see sometimes documentaries about you have girls being pregnant here in Germany with 12 years old and stuff.
Yeah, man. How is this possible,
But
man?
that's not, the normal case is that you land in prison.
Yeah, man. They're going to put you in prison because they'll be like, yeah, man, you popped a little job. But the point is, how can she be pregnant, man? How is it that the body's already ready to receive seed and bring her forth a new child because she already had a period and is ready to receive seed, man? And that's the whole thing. And what do you think gonna happen with that baby? It's gonna be fucking strong, man. Because the older the female gets, the weaker the baby gonna get. I remember my old football team. There was a guy. His mother was 50 years old, man. This dude looks freaking dumb as hell, man. He looked like he was a retard, man. Straight up. And they, when they're on their peak, we're gonna get them. That's simply it. But this is the book of First Corinthians chapter 7, verse 36. It says, "But if any man think that he behave himself uncommonly towards his virgin," so you have a virgin that he deals with, and you think like, yeah, man, I think it's not right what I'm doing. But for that, that's like it. If she passed the flower of her age, getting that period, and needs so requires, so she wanted, let him do what he will, he sinneth not, let them marry. So he can take it, man. Because why? She wanted, man. She desired it. She desired it. She desired to get what? To get the act of marriage, which is sex, man. To get cut. Because when you go into the word sex, it means cut. Why? Because you cut the female. When you get a virgin, you're gonna cut the females. Basically, hymen, man. You're gonna cut a hymen, and hey, this is basically blood covenant, man. Because what happens? You're gonna cut the hymen, and she's gonna bleed. And then you have a contract with her. That's basically actually the contract between a man and a woman. Yeah, man. So these people want to talk about that, but hey, it's all through the spirit because read Luke chapter 6, verse 22 again, Baba Ksha.
When men shall hate you,
Yes.
and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil,
See,
for the Son of Man's sake.
Cast down your name for evil, calling us GMS, calling us rapists, calling us pedophiles, whatever you want. I said different because of the algorithm, but calling us all these names, defaming us basically. Hey, blessed are we. Why is that for the Son of Man's sake, Son of Man's sake, which is Yahushua? Because you speak the truth and nothing but the truth. And you see another thing, right? So these guys talk. Another thing is GMS. What I find so beautiful. If a brother goes off, who do you think is the first one that jumps on him? Who do you think? His brethren, man. If I have here in the midst of us a brother that goes off, doing some wicked shit, man. I'm gonna keep on doing it. But I'm one of the first ones to jump on him, man. I have to. We have to do that. What happened to like I said, the one brother went to the Sakari, talked with them, and even missed his own camp because he was talking too long with them. He wanted to make short and dip out, but he was long there. But this let the whole stone, let the whole stone roll. Get the stone rolling. Get the stone rolling concerning the whole thing coming about the Sakari out right now. This all has happened. But still he got rebuked by the elders apostles. Why? Because they're like, man, you should talk to them, but be punctual at the camp, man. You shouldn't even have to should even not go that deep in them, man. Just salute them, keep them moving, man. That's it. Because ultimately they're teaching the nation of Israel, they're waking up the Israelites to the fact that they're Israelites, okay? That's why I say, hey, shalom, boom, keep on moving, man. That's it. So this is the thing in GMS, man. We're not like, yeah, man, he can do whatever the fuck he wants to, man. Yeah, he just he do some wickedness. We just leave it. No, man. We jump on that. Why? Because we have to, you know. Because I can give me chapter Leviticus chapter 19, and I think 17. Because where it says rebuke thy neighbor in the panya, you have to Matthew, right? But jump back real quick to the book of Philippians because I was a little bit more on it.
6 and 23.
I didn't read it yet. Okay, then let me just read. Let's just read first Leviticus, then we go back.
There was also a brother who said basically after he was rebuked that we can, or that GMS is basically like wolves.
Did like wolves? Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody jumps on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That you never do it again, man.
But how can that be wicked to just compare it to us, or basically GMS to an animal? Because if you see it like that, there is a blessing even given to one of the sons of Jacob, Benjamin, I believe, Benjamin, who was blessed with being a wolf to his enemies.
He's a ravenous wolf. Yeah.
Can't. So how can that be even an argument?
But the thing is just listen, man, these guys just wanna put it bad, like I just read, like we just read Luke. They just wanna put it bad, they just want to describe as bad to the people that they don't want to flock to the truth, man. And they just set up out by the Heavenly Father. That's it, man. That's simply it. They are just set up by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. And that's all it is, man. They want to call us wolves, whatever. Yeah, but if you go off, man, we rebuke you that you never do this shit again, man. You know, and it says, hey, can somebody look it up? Rebuke them sharply, but you read Leviticus real quick. Leviticus, huh? I said, no, grab Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. And let me look up the word that rebuke them sharply. I think it's Titus.
I'm back at Philippians now.
Leviticus 19:17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
See, in any wise rebuke their neighbor and not suffer sin upon them. So if it goes off, we should rebuke the shit out of him, man. Of course, it depends on also on the gravity upon what he did, what he went off. You can come softly. Also, when he did like one mistake, come out with ultimate sharpness on it, maybe. But hey, if it goes more, man, you might flip on him, man. You know, you might flip on him. And it might get physical. Yahoo shall get physical with these dudes. You know? So if it has to happen, it has to happen, man. But right after that, we should come back together, man. The one brother should ask for forgiveness to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and to whoever we offended. And that's it, man. We keep it rolling, man. Because Yahushua was even preaching heavy about the forgiveness. He said, hey, if the brother just against thee, forgive him 77 times, for paraphrasing, man. And that's completion, man. Because you don't count like, okay, we got one time, you make like a counting list, you know? The brother went off, okay, I forgave him again. I forgave him again and again. And now it's 77 times. When he does it after that, I don't deal with this dude anymore. No, man. No. You know, you don't do that, man. So, go back to Luke, sir. But hold it, because this is Titus 1 and 13. This witness is true. Wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith. See? So we have to rebuke them sharply. They have to be on the right path, man. Because you don't want to suffer sin upon your neighbor. You don't want to suffer sin upon your brother. Because Leviticus chapter 19, verse 18, it says this. It says, thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord Yahweh. See, you should love thy neighbor as thyself. So you want to be corrected when you do something wrong. Why? Because sin ultimately leads us to death. You know? Of course, you cover through the blood of Yahushua, but hey, if you do too much shit, ultimately, you're going to end up going back into the world, and what's going to happen? You turn your back on Yahushua, I'm going to die, man. You know? So, this is why we're so harsh on brothers, man. And you should be happy about it, because like it says in Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 5, open rebuke is better than secret love, man. Open rebuke, man. But yeah, man, open rebuke is better than secret love. So I'd rather rebuke a brother, than to be like, yeah, man, everything cool, man. Yeah, just do your thing, just do your thing. Because This brother should look at me like, hey, why you not tell me that I'm wrong? After a while, some other brother rebuked him, and he come back like, hey, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me that I was wrong with that? Yeah, I was like thinking this and this. We should always keep each other sharp, man, because you can. I always say this: you as a man get put in certain situations to be tested also. So if a brother does a mistake, right, you get tested. How? Tell him it's wrong or not. You just let him do this the wrong that he does, or you tell him that he's wrong. And sometimes it takes courage, man, because sometimes you might have a older brother or a brother that you have a lot of respect to, and you're like, yeah, man, should I do it or should I not do it? Hey, you do it just in a humble manner, that's it. You just tell him like, hey, I think this is what you're doing, it's not the right thing, so on and so forth. Done. Then this brother get tested. Does he react right? So hey, every father use all in all different types of manners, man. So give me the book of Luke, Papa Shah.
Luke 6:23.
Yeah. It's cool.
Luke 6:23.
Yeah.
Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven.
Yep.
For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets.
See? So hey, they like in the ancient times, they separate themselves from the right men. Why? Because they wanted to hear the smooth things. Let me get the real quick in the book of Isaiah, man. The Israelites always want to hear the smooth things. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear the smooth words, man. They want to hear like, yeah, you can still do the things. It's like the things of the world, you can still do that. This Isaiah chapter 30, verse 8. No, go write it before them in the table, and note it in the book, that it may be for the time to come forever, even forever. See, this is why it got written down. This is why all these things got written down, that we have them in the time right now. Okay, verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord Yahweh. See, they don't want to hear the right thing. They don't want to hear the thing that they have to do. But it says, which say to the seers, which are the prophets, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. This is what Israel want to hear. They want to hear, yeah, you can do these things. You can still do these things, man. But everybody going to deal with y'all accordingly, man. And that's really the thing, man. We're not about to smooth thing. We just give you the truth, nothing but the truth. If it's harsh, man. If you don't want to listen, you can't bear it. Keep it moving, man. Hey, because like we just read in Luke chapter 6, Yahushua said they did the same thing in the ancient time. Your fathers did the same thing. The ancient Israelites did the same exact thing like these Israelites in Yahushua time and like they do right now. They hear the truth. They don't want to hear it. They want to hear smooth things and separate themselves from our congregation, from our teaching and everything. Hey, let it be done. Let it be so. It's all through the Spirit because we are blessed with it. And when they say like, hey, GMS is the worst camp, hey, we praise the Lord, man. Why? Like we just read, man, we're blessed when they revile us, when they speak about us ill, man. When they cuss us out. Okay, cool, man. Calling us all different types of names that we are not, man. That's actually really, really heavy insult, man. Calling us child molesters, man. This is what they're doing. Come on, man. So go back to Philippians chapter 3 and verse 19 again.
3 and verse 19. Whose end is destruction, whose God is their belly, and whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things.
Who mind earthly things. This is what this guy's doing. It's all earthly, man. It's all about, hey, basically this world, man. That's really what it's about with them, man. We seek the kingdom of Yahweh, Shemel, Shalom, get the fuck out of here. They're talking about like, yeah, we have to build a community. And this is not, I'm not talking about only about Sakari or whatever. I'm talking about all these people, man. All these other camps. What they really, their mindset is this. We have to build a nation. It's not about the nation, it's about the elect, man. It's about the elect. We have to build them up. Somebody give me Revelation chapter 7, and start at verse 1. Because when the elect see it, man, the end is nigh, man. Give me that Revelation chapter 7. Because hey, the end is coming nigh by the day, man. We see that happens to the people of Yahweh. Read.
Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth.
The Bible, give me Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 1. Because the four winds represent destruction. We're going to read it. So these angels holding the four winds like the destruction back. Okay? Give me that real quick. Yep.
Jeremiah 51:1. Thou saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that raise up against me and destroying winds.
Yep.
Destroying winds.
Yep.
I
Exactly.
will set unto Babylon fanners that shall fan and shall empty her land.
Yep.
For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
Yeah, man.
Against him that bendeth net, the archer bends his bow, and against him that lift himself up in his merchandise,
Merchandise.
and spare ye not her young man, destroy ye utterly all her host.
You read verse 3, right?
Yes,
Read it again.
against him that
The whole thing. Verse 1, start verse 1.
thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, and destroy winds.
Exactly. This is talking about more than Babylon, man. That's what's going to happen. Hellfire going to release a full breath upon this kingdom, man. America going to be the lake of fire, man. This is what's going to happen. Yahweh Shemeshah are going to bring the thermal nuclear fire upon them and the fire of the laser beams. You know? Jump down real quick, Abishag, about to verse. Let's talk about Babylon, right? Jump down to verse 25. And then jump back up. Lapani get Malachi chapter 4, verse 1.
Verse 25, behold, I'm against thee, O destroying mountain.
And who's that talking about? Who's that destroying mountain? This destroying mountain is talking about Esau, man. About his government, what he does. He destroying the whole earth, man. He destroying it, man. Read.
Saith the Lord,
Yep.
which destroys all the earth.
See?
And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks,
Yep.
and will make thee a broad mountain.
See, and it will make thee a burned mountain. Why? Because every fire is going to bring the destruction upon them. Through the nuclear fire, man. So read verse 2.
Jeremiah 51:2.
Oh, it's like a hold. Give me Malachi. Real quick, 4-1.
Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh, that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud here and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
See, so the Heavenly Father is going to eradicate America, man. He's going to destroy America completely from the face of the earth, man. Going to be uninhabited after the nuclear destruction, man. Okay? So, hey, go back to Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 51:2.
Yep.
It will set unto Babylon furnace,
Uh-huh.
it shall stand her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
Yeah, man.
Against him that bendeth against him that bendeth let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted up himself up in his virgin, and spare ye not her young man, destroy ye utterly all her host.
Yeah, man. America going to be destroyed, man. So go back to Revelation chapter 7. Because it's destroying mountain, like I said, man. This wind represents destruction, man. You know? So the angels holding the bag right now and don't unleash the full wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Of course, you see certain things happen. Like I just had before the camp, the police coming up and talking about ammo from the Peru protest. I'm like, Peru protest? What's talking about? So I checked the news of Peru, and there was like a nature catastrophe because the oil was spilled over the whole, over some ocean, man. Some part of the ocean was spilled everywhere. It looks disgusting, man. But yeah, man, this is really what Esau does, man. He pollutes and destroys the earth. But the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua going to take him out and going to cleanse the earth, man. So read Revelation
7.
Yep.
Verse
Verse 1. So read verse 1 again.
And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor any tree.
See, the wind should not blow upon this earth, man. Shouldn't destroy anything yet, but it's gonna come. Read.
And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
Like in Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4, like we read, man. First, the elect got sealed, with the mark of the war, and then the judgment started. And this is the same thing right now, man. First, the elect has to be sealed, and then the destruction going to come. And like Apostle House says, hey, he believes, man. Hey, the elect is basically sealed, man. So we coming close to the end, man. We're coming closer. Why do you think more and more news about the MOTB, the RFID coming out? I just saw a new post on Instagram, a monkey got his eyes vision back through a Neuralink chip, man. That's the chip, man, with the lying wonders. So, hey, we in this time, man. We in this time of the end. Yahweh Bashim try to speed up the process. Hey, it's drawing nigh, man. So we have to be on the right path, man. We have to follow the right men. And that's why we follow the men of GMS, because they're pushing us through 100%. And I want to go back real quick on a point that I want to say that I was speaking about before, about the Romans chapter 16 verse 17. It says, mark them that call to vision, and avoid them. Because these guys, these other camps, always want to set up the men against each other, man. But what are we doing? We just point out the wickedness of them and say, like, hey, y'all full of shit, man. That's it. Y'all not on the right path. But what they're doing, yeah, so, El Apostle, how do you agree with El Apostle on that? Come on, man. What is this, man? Just showing you they just want to really bring strife among us. That the men of Yahweh Bashim Shai are going to be brought down, but it ain't happening, man. It won't happen because, hey, as long as Yahweh Bashim Shai for us, who can be against us, man? So now, the revelation was done. Revelation was done. So Gabah, give me the Matthew. What I asked you. Before I forget that. Give me the Matthew chapter 24.
Matthew 24.
You know the verse?
Verse, yeah. Somewhere to 10, wait. I have it here. Or 7.
23.
24, for many shall come in my name, you mean?
Yeah, you can read that, and then you jump down to verse 23 and 24. Read the verse, Chad, and then jump down to verse 23.
Verse 4.
Let's call it again, the whole thing.
Matthew 24 and verse 4. Or 3. Verse 3 or 4? 4.
That is verse 3.
Okay. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And that shall be the sign, what shall be the sign of thy coming?
So, because Yahushua said before, hey, no throne of that you see shall be upon nothing, man. All going to be destroyed, basically. They said, like, hey, when is this destruction going to happen? When is it going to be? Then Yahushua gave the whole list, man. You can read Matthew 24 about them. Read.
And of the end of the world.
Yep.
And Jesus Yahushua answered and said unto them.
Don't say Jesus, man. Just say Yahushua.
Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahushua, and shall deceive many.
Exactly. This is what you see, man. A lot of people push the name of the Lord Yahushua, Yahweh and Yahushua, okay? But how are the true men? You have to examine their teachings, man. You have to check them, man. You have to check them out and examine the situation. Because, hey, a lot of people may claim Yahushua, but they're not in the right doctrine. They're not pushing 100% truth. They're not pushing the truth. It's simply like that. They're mixing their own things in it, mixing their merchandise in it, want to make money. Hey, we're not about that. We just want to spread this truth. I want to get the fuck out of here, man. This is all what we want. Because we have our treasure in heaven. But these guys that got the treasure on earth, they want to have a luxurious and pleasurable life, man. But that's not the time, man. This luxurious and pleasurable life gonna come in the kingdom. Hey, Gabbar, give me Amos chapter 9, start at verse 11, and you jump down to verse 22.
You mean chapter 23?
No, verse 23.
Verse 23, Matthew 24. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, there is Yahushai, or here is Yahushai, believe it not, for there shall arise false Yahushais.
False Christ, so false anointed. They're going to be false anointed, which claim to be of Yahushua, which have also these Christians, which is Edomites, they claim to be of the Lord, but they are not. And you have also in the Israelites, man, they claim to be of the Lord, but they are not. They are of Satan, man. Read.
For there shall arise false Yahushais and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
Exactly. They want to deceive the elect, to follow them. They want to deceive the elect to, to go on their path, but it ain't happening. The elect won't be deceived, man. They're going to stay in the truth unto the end, man. They're going to push the 100% doctrine. And of course, we believe the other camps are members of the elect. When the time is right, they're going to wake up to the true fact, which is the truth. Already said to the 100% truth. They're going to wake up and understand, like, hey, what I was taught before was the right thing. So yeah, man. Because people also wanted to say we only believe that GMS, all the members of GMS are elect. No, man. They're also wicked among GMS, man. They're still elected. They're off members in GMS. They're crept in on the verse. Give me the Jude chapter 1, verse 4. Give me the book, Shalafani. Because certain men are crept in and on the verse, man. While you look for that, let me check real quick the common board. Yeah. That's from the topic before. It says, Revelation 9:4. And it was commanded them that they. Oh, but yeah, but this is talking about the fighter jets. The dog fighters, man. In Revelation 9, because it's talking about the First World War. It's Revelation chapter 9:4. Let me read it regardless. It says, and it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seed of the Most High in their foreheads. Yeah, because it's talking about the in World War I. When you look up dog fighters, these were the fighter jets that they had to fight basically in the air, and they were focused on the earth. They was focused on men, shooting men down, and only the men that were not sealed, were died. Basically, where the line of the elect were going through. You understand? Because now we say World War I, right? It was 1914 to 1918, and the grandfather of one of the elect that is right now here was maybe in the war, but they got no hurt. Why? Because to them, the seed of the elect, the seed of the elect, got given down by generation. Because what does Scripture say? If you have a wife and you didn't give her a son, hey, the next near kin has to go on to her and give her a seed, man. Why? That the seed line of the man keeps on going, that it can come back, man. Yeah, man. So you got the verse? What truth? Again? Jude, where it says, corrupting on the verse, I think 1 and.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, man. But that's a good example also because the elect won't be hurt, man.
Jude 1 and 4.
Yeah. That's what I said. Jude 1 and 4, yeah.
For there are certain men crept in unawares.
See, they crept in unawares, man. They came among us, but they are not of us. Read.
Who were before of old ordained to this condemnation. Ungodly men turning the grace of our God into lasciviousness. Lasciviousness.
Yeah, which is just basically the lust, man. To turn the grace of the Lord. Besides the grace of the Lord, right? Grace of the Lord to lasciviousness.
Turning the grace of our Lord.
Exactly. Because what does it say in Romans? Let me get the quick to precept that. Because in Romans it says this. Romans chapter 6 verse 14. Let me get that real quick. So lucky. Wait for 1 second. Romans 6 and 14. For sin it shall have not dominion over you, for ye are not under the law, but under grace. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? The Most High forbid. Yeah, because certain people want to be like, Prime example is Christians. Oh yeah, the law is done away with. You're under grace now. But should we sin now? Should we sin transgress? Should we just transgress the law and just do whatever the fuck we want to? No. We keep the laws and commandments to the best of our ability, man. You know, this is what we do. But these guys want to do what the fuck they want to and want to abuse the grace of the Lord, man. Yeah, man.
It's exactly what you said, lustfulness.
Yeah.
Definition.
You looked it up? Read it then. Not
Not in the etymology, but in the
Google.
definition.
Google definition. Which
I have definition, yeah.
Which one? So, I'll Google definition. Just read it. Yeah. Lasciviousness. You can play it. Just play the word and then you hear it.
Yeah, I can play it.
Because you got not on Google.
But I can, now I can. Wait.
Lascivious.
See, lascivious. And then lasciviousness, yeah.
Filled with or showing sexual desire.
Yes.
Lewd, lustful, less chivalrous acts, dogs, arrested for lewd and lascivious assault.
Yeah.
Rude and lascivious remarks. John Nichols, he is every woman's worst nightmare, the lascivious shark in a gold chain.
Yeah, so they're talking about the sexual, but go to the etymology. Because it goes just up to your own lust, man. You go to live lasciviousness, basically the ungodly lust, man. Now you have lust that you shouldn't follow, but these guys turn the grace to the Lord to lasciviousness by what? Following the wicked lust and claiming like, yeah, we're under grace, man. Come on, man. That's a prime example. Use the grace. Yeah, read.
Lasciviousness. 1590 from lascivious plus ness. An earlier known form was lascivity, circa 1500. A later one was lascivency, okay, 1660.
Okay, but go to lascivious. Because the compound word says lascivious.
Lascivious, adjective, mid-15th century. Lustful,
See?
inclined to lust.
See, so you're just a lustful dude, man. You just want to live out your lust to the grace of the Lord. That's fucking off, man. That's what I'm going to do for them, man. So, let me go recruit the word ness. Yeah, it makes it to the noun. So it's basically meaning you're freaking lustful, man. So let me just check real quick. Yeah, Galatians chapter 2 and 4. And it says, and that because of false brethren, unawares brought in, who came privily to spy out the liberty which we have in Yahushua, that they might bring us into bondage. Yeah, man. This is what they want to do. They want to bring us into bondage again under the law. Because under the law, you're bondage, man. But under Yahushua, we are set free, man. You know? We keep it, of course, the law, but we know we got a grace. So back in the day, you would break the law, you would be instantly put to death. But through Yahushua, we got the grace now. So we may break the law, but we covered by the Lord Yahushua's blood, man, by his sacrifice. Okay? So now, this was done, right?
Done.
Yep. Okay. So like I said before, we design the kingdom. Because these guys design the worldly things and want to use the grace of the Lord to, you know, and basically consume upon the lust, man. So, Gabbar, give me the Amos. Give me the Amos chapter 9, verse, start at verse 11. You have to read down to 16, I think. Sure.
Amos 9 and 11.
Yeah. Yo, violent, man.
In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David as follows.
See, so this is what happened right now. Read.
Cause up to reaches therefore.
Thereof.
I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
See,
that
so
they may verse 12 now. That
yeah,
they
wait,
may,
wait. So this is what happened right now. The priests get close. We get here, man. We come back together. The house of David, the elect, man. Because they come back together to Yahweh Shemi outside. Hey, that's the way. Read.
that they may possess the remnant of Edom,
Yep.
and of all the heathen which are called by my name, save the Lord.
Exactly.
Who of this?
Yep.
Behold, days come, save the Lord.
So we're gonna possess the Eden, man. We're gonna possess the Eden. But when it speaks about the Edomites, man, we're gonna possess the land because after 1,000 years, it's gonna be exterminated, man. Read.
Behold, the days come, save the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper.
Yeah, this is what's gonna happen. Huh?
The treader
Try to.
of grapes The tree of grapes. Of grapes, him that sows seeds.
Yeah,
And
because
the mountains shall drop sweet wine.
because the thing is, right now we are the trade of grapes, right? We trade of grapes, and they're just sowing the seed, man. They're just doing the easy way of doing the thing. Talk about the Edomites. Talk about the seed. They're above us right now, but we're gonna overtake them, man. And it's gonna happen in the kingdom. I already said right before we establish the kingdom. Why? Because you have to understand, when Yahushua comes, man, Yahushua basically comes with the kingdom, man. Because when he comes back and we conquer this world, the kingdom is there, man. What does it say? The kingdom starts within us. Why? Because we are people before a place. So the kingdom, when we with Yahushua and change, man, is there, man. It is there. The nation is rebuilt. We there, man. Read.
And all the hills shall melt.
Yep.
And I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel.
Yep.
And they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them. And they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them. And I will plant them upon their lands.
But the thing is, this is what's gonna happen in the kingdom, man. We're gonna be in pleasure. We're gonna be in peace again. Because hey, we the vineyard, man. You plant the vineyard, you drink the wine. This represents peace and what is it called? Peace and prosperity, man. Everyone has their own vineyard, man. We're gonna be have pleasure in the kingdom, man. You know, we're gonna be fully. We're gonna live out the blessings in the kingdom. Let me say it like that. You know, the blessings of Deuteronomy chapter 28. If we would have followed the laws of Yahweh Shemel Shai, they're gonna come to pass also, man. Not only the curses. The blessings will come also. They're gonna be fully established in the kingdom, man. You know, because right now we see the curse are turned upon our enemy, but still, man, we are still cursed to this day, man. Step by step, we see it because it's showing the kingdom is coming closer. But nevertheless, man, we still under the curses. You see, our people are still destroyed, man, unto this day, man. And it won't happen till Yahweh returns. What's done, eh? Read.
I will plant them upon their lands, and they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, save the Lord by power.
See, so we won't be taken out of our land anymore, man. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be good, man. Finally, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be in peace, man. This is what's gonna happen. So now, give me the book of Revelation, chapter 21. The Panya Bible shall start at verse 1. Because the kingdom is about to come, man.
21 and 1.
Wait, hold it. Because the kingdom is about to come, and we see it, man. Because all these prophecies come closer, the closer comes our kingdom. Because of course, every father first speaks all his word, all these things have to come to pass, and then the kingdom gonna come, man. Because the kingdom is a prophecy of the Lord. That we're just gonna read. Read Revelation 21.
Revelation 21 and 1. And I saw 21 and 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first sorry.
But give me 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea.
So the first heaven, the first earth represent this rulership that we're in right now. Doesn't mean that the earth going to be destroyed. No. When you go into the word new, it means kainos, it means fresh. So we're going to have a fresh rulership, which is going to start with the elect, or it's going to be the elect, you know. And then on top of that, you're going to have first earth. Why? Because the earth going to be made clean again. And we're going to rule it, and we're going to rule the universe. It sounds funny. It sounds crazy, but it's going to happen. Read.
And there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride, adorned for her husband.
See, and this is talking about the elect. Why? When you read First Thessalonians, matter of fact, grab First Thessalonians chapter 4 and go to verse 16, I think, straight to the point. Because what's going to happen is the elect going to be beamed up. And upon you grab Revelation chapter 11 and verse First Thessalonians chapter 4, start at verse 15, and upon you grab Revelation chapter 11 and I think where is it? 11 and 13. Yep. Oh, Salaki, wait. 11 and 12. Read the Thessalonians.
1 Thessalonians 4:15. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, and the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air.
See, so we're gonna be gathered together with them that died in the Lord.
And so
You're not gonna be caught up.
and so shall we be, and so shall we ever be with the Lord.
Yeah, so for that point, we're gonna be with the Lord. So we're gonna be beamed up together. So now, New Jerusalem's come down from heaven. Why? Because the first got beamed up, got changed. New Jerusalem talking about the elect coming down with the new bodies. Huh?
Therefore comfort one another with these words.
Come. So read Revelation.
What verse does it?
Revelation 11 verse 12.
Verse 12. And they heard
Call the whole thing.
Revelation.
Always when you have a verse, and I even say it again. Because the brother see it clearly.
Yeah, what you said, I just was endorsed, that's why I was laughing also. But anyway, Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither.
See, come up with them and come up to us.
And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
See, so they ascend up into heaven in the cloud, and the enemies beheld them. So now jump back to Revelation 21. And read the verse where it says, New Jerusalem coming down from heaven. Because ascend means to go up. Descend means to come down. Now it says, they came down from heaven, man. Yeah, man. So that's what we see, man. That's what's going to happen. You're not going to come down. The new body is going to be made perfect because, hey, New Jerusalem, fresh Jerusalem. Why? Because, hey, we're going to be made fresh, and we're going to build our kingdom, man. Read.
21 and
Where you left off verse 2, I think. Where it says New Jerusalem.
verse 3.
New Jerusalem come down from heaven.
3. Prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Start verse 2. Read verse 2.
Verse 2. Revelation chapter 21 and verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
See? So we come down, prepared as a bride adorned to her husband. Now people want to say, see? Yeah, so this is wrong, man, because they think it's physical, man. So now we're going to come down, marry the Lord physically, man? Come on, man. It's not happening. Hey, give me Jeremiah chapter 6 real quick. Start verse 1. Because we, as a people, are seen as the wife of the Lord spiritually, man. You know? Yeah, man. This is really the thing, man. We're seen spiritually as the wife of the Lord. We're prepared as a wife for Yahushua. Read.
Jeremiah 6:1. O ye children of Benjamin, gather yourselves to flee out of the land, out of the midst of Jerusalem, and blow the trumpet in Tekoa, and set up a sign of fire in.
Oh, so like, give me not 6. 6 and 2. So like 6 and 2, not 6 and 1.
Jeremiah 6:2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
Yeah, see? So I liken the daughter of Zion to a comely, delicate woman. So we are like a woman, which are the Israelites, but we are no woman, man. No, the men are no woman. The Heavenly Father won't do anything fucking back up what the people got in their mind. No, we are just prepared as a bride adorned for our husband. Why? Because we're ready for the marriage to come together, man. To be the nation of Yahweh Bashmi Shai again in righteousness, man. So go back to Revelation. Revelation chapter 21, verse 3.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God.
See, so this the Heavenly Father dwells with men is showing you like the New Jerusalem is talking about men. Come on, man. They're showing you right there. So the Heavenly Father is dwelling with men, tabernacle with the Lord. Why do you think also in the law, like we read at the beginning, Deuteronomy 16 and 16, where it speaks about all the men should come 3 times a year um, to Jerusalem to worship before the Lord? Why? Why do you think that? Because the rank structure is this. Goodbye, give me 1 Corinthians chapter 11, start at verse 1. Give me that real quick, just to give the rank structure, how the Heavenly Father set up the families and everything in Israel. Man. Because you could also say, yeah, bring also the woman, but he said the men. Why do you think that? Read.
1 Corinthians 11:1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Hamashiach. Now brace you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinance as I delivered them to you. But I would have you know that that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh.
See, so the concept is this. The Heavenly Father, Yahweh, man, woman. So the Heavenly Father does deal with the law, man. He deals with the man. Why do you think also in the law it says if a woman, matter of fact, uh, if a woman vow, the father hears that, and he says like, no, that's all right. The vow is a note, man. You know, same thing with a husband. So she can even vow for herself, man. It has to go to the husband. This is always how it should be. How it's supposed to be. It should go to the husband, man. So like, wow. Let me look it up real quick. And also Leviticus. Let me look it up real quick. Bear for 1 second. Wow. Yep. Hey, goodbye. Give me Numbers 30, verse 3. Just to give a quick example why the rank structure is like this. Heavenly Father set it up also. Paul was just pointing out, but it's already there in the law, man.
It's Numbers 30:3.
Yep.
If a woman also vow unto the Lord,
Yep.
and, and bind herself by a bond, being in her father's house in her youth,
Uh-huh.
and her father hear her vow, and her vow bond wherewith she hath bound her soul, and her father shall hold his peace at her, and then all her vows shall stand, and every bond wherewith she hath bound herself shall stand.
So this is what it means. So if the father used to vow, she's young, she's sitting up in a father's house, and she bound her soul to showing you the vow is this way. How should I say, man? Hey, we shouldn't swear, man. You know, we shouldn't vow. Why? Because it's very heavy. Because your soul is bound to them. Because if you don't live up to the vow, then Father can take you out. You know, just take you out. This is why these vows, man. And at the end, you might not keep them. And then what? You fear for your life. You know. So now, the point is that she vowed a vow. The father hears it. And he say he holds his peace. He agrees with it. This is showing you also if you hear something that is all right and you're holding your peace, it's like you're in agreement with it. So you have to speak up, man, for the things that are not right. So keep on reading Baba Kishore. Because it also says about the husband later. I think in verse when you keep on reading.
Verse 5.
Yep.
If her father disallow her in the day that he heareth not any of her vows, or of her bonds wherewith she hath bound herself, shall stand, and the Lord shall forgive her, because her father disallowed her.
See, so if a father says no, you ain't doing that. So the first example was like, okay, if it goes this way, if he agrees, holds his peace, holding his peace, agreeing, everything is cool. She can do it. But if the father says no, you ain't doing that, man. No, that's not why. So he gives her, he just tells her no. Every father gonna forgive her. Why? Because the father is above her. Because right now she's under the house of the father. But the next verse you're going to see, she's under the house of the husband, or under the rule of the husband. And what is this thing? It's the same case, man. Read.
Verse 6.
Yeah.
And if she had at all a husband, when she vowed or uttered aught out of her lips, wherewith she bound her soul, and her husband heard it, and held his peace at her in the day that he heard it, then her vow shall stand,
See?
and her bonds wherewith she bound her soul shall stand.
See, so it's going to stand. And same thing with the father. So it's the son, the husband and the father are above the woman. So the rank structure is set up in the law already. And so that because these guys always sort of say like, yeah, Paul came with new things. No, man. He just established the things that was written in the law, man. He was like he said in the book of Philippians. When it comes to law, the Pharisee, man, because he knew the law, man. You know, Hebrew for Hebrew, because he kept the law, man. But he's not boasting in that. He's not confident in that, man. He's confident in Yahushua. So you just see the rank structure is clear as day, man. But you still want to buck up against him, and the Heavenly Father, you females should humble yourself and listen. And why do you think the Heavenly Father said he likened the daughter of Israel unto a woman? Why? Because the woman is under the man. We should be in subjection to the Lord. You know, because what should happen? Now he should say like, yeah, man, the man is known for a bride. His bride? No, man. The bride is known for a husband, which is Yahushua. Read.
Verse 8. But if her husband disallowed her
Yeah.
on the day that she heard it, then he shall make her vow which she vowed, and that which she uttered with her lips, wherewith she bound her soul, of none effect, and the Lord shall forgive her.
See, so the same exact thing as the father. So showing you, man, the man is above the father. The man is above the woman, above the woman. So like it. Slip of the tongue, not the mind. But the man and the father, the husband and the father are above the woman, man. It's simply like that. You know? So go back to Revelation. But go back to Revelation. And you left off at. I know. Where you left off? Where you left off then, brother? Where you left off, brother? Read the tabernacle again, verse 3 again. Read verse 3 again, Baruch.
Verse 3.
That's why we brought the whole thing out, because every father deals with men. He doesn't deal with the female, he deals with men. You know? Of course, these females may set up prayers to the Lord and everything. Yeah, that's good, man. That's very good. You should do that. But ultimately, man, should also certain things you should go and ask the husband, man. You should go talk to him and fix things up to him, man. This is how the rank structure is, so read.
Like also the series that I watch at the moment, Haus des Geldes, which is basically House of the Money, if you would, translate it word to word. And they show you that their plan was really, really good, all from point 1 to point 100 exactly perfectly done. And then the first time when the problem started was because of and to a woman. So that shows it came like a lightning in my head, bam, 144,000, it can be only men. It just came into my mind like this, because it can't be that you have like corruption in the 144,000. So the 144K are definitely men and men only.
The thing is, of course, the elect, because because like I said, man, the elect are the government of the nation Israel to come, right? So you want to have any woman in the government, man? This what government should have right now nowadays. The female like in Germany, you had Angela Merkel for years in the government, ruling Germany. It ain't happening. Won't happen. They're gonna be righteous. They're gonna be righteousness, they're gonna be righteous, but they won't rule, man. They won't have any power over man. So now go back. Read to verse 3 again, Revelation 21 and 3.
Verse 21 and 3, Revelation. Chapter 21, book of Revelation, verse 3. And I heard a great...
Say it again, clear, man. You bring a little confused. Say it again.
The book of Revelation, chapter 21. The wind goes hard, man. The wind goes hard, man. They have like an orca warning for Germany, for Thiemann, this week or so. So again,
Hopefully this shit gonna go crazy and destroy some cities, man. I'm serious, man. Gonna destroy something.
looking forward. The book of Revelation, 21, chapter 21, verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God.
See, so this is gonna happen. This read. Verse 4.
And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain. For,
Yeah, read.
for the former things are passed away.
So
And-
things pass away, huh?
And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these things are true and faithful.
See, these things are true and faithful. So this is what's gonna happen. Everyone's gonna give us peace, man. We're gonna wipe away our tears. Won't be any more sorrow, no more pain, no more death, man. We're gonna be full in peace in the kingdom. So give me real quick, about 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 13. I know I said start of verse 10, but jump to verse 13 to the point. Because this is why we desire the kingdom, because we're gonna be found in peace. The former things are passed away. Each are gonna perish as the dung, but each gonna be like a nightmare. Give me Job chapter 14, verse 5.
Second Peter 3 and 13.
Yep.
Nevertheless, we, according to
So like you start a verse where it says holy conversation and godliness, where it says that. Which man ought you to be? I think verse 11 or verse 12. Which man ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Second Peter chapter verse 11. Read verse 11.
Seeing, second Peter 3:11, seeing then all these things shall be dissolved. What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Yeah, this is the answer right now. What you want to be, man? A guy that follows the truth and serves Yahweh Shai true and sincerity, or a guy that is just living the pleasure of the world with a facade of the truth, man. Read.
Looking for and tasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with reverent heat. Verse 13, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
So we look hastening to the coming of the Lord and looking unto what is it? Looking for new heavens and new earth where dwell righteousness. That's what we desire. We look that's why we hasten the day of the Lord. We want this day, we want the day tomorrow, but we know it won't happen tomorrow, man, because prophecy has to come to pass, man.
Let's look at Acts
You know? Acts.
20 and 28.
You didn't finish it? I thought you read the whole thing. Because you read it before. But nevertheless, man, like scripture say, nevertheless, man, we look for a new heaven, new earth where dwell righteousness, because his kingdom is perfect. We want to get the fuck out of here, man. You can't be righteous in this world, man. So why should we desire to be in this world, man? Tell me. Why should we desire to be in this world to do our thing out here? No, man. Yeah, of course, use the word and abusing it, but nevertheless, man, we searching and we seeking and we hoping for Yahweh Shai's kingdom as soon as possible, man. You know? Let these people laugh, scoff, whatever they want to do. Look at this weird, man. Let us be a spectacle unto them. Like the scriptures say, let these people protest over there for whatever, Afghanistan or whatever. I don't know. Hey, let these people do what they want. But the words the Heavenly Father going to stand. They can do nothing against it. The kingdom of Yahweh Shemeshah are going to come if you want to believe it or not, man. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to go down, man. You know? So, Revelation 21 was done. Give me Isaiah chapter 65. That's verse 17, Baba Shah. Yeah. And Lapanya, give me Daniel chapter 2. Give me Daniel chapter 2.
Yes, 65.
Yeah, 65 and 17. Give me Daniel chapter 2 and start at verse Um, 32.
Isaiah 65 and 17. For behold, I create new heavens and new earth, and the former shall not be remembered,
Exactly.
nor come into mind.
See, the former going to be gone, man. This former kingdom going to be gone. You got the Job? Did I give you before? Job 14 and 5? Was one of you grab it real quick, Job? They give me the Job because, like I said, the former things are gone, man. The former kingdom going to be passed away, man. It won't be no remembrance anymore. It's going to be like a nightmare, man. Read the Job.
Job 20 and 5.
No, 14 and 5.
14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are 50. Thou,
Yeah, read.
thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
See, so Esau only can go so far. You won't go keep on going. Jump to chapter 20 and start at verse 4. So that's the thing, man. So Esau, the Heavenly Father determined his days. So they said, like, you're going to rule so and so long, then you're going to be taken out of power. Like in the ancient times, you had the Babylonian Empire for a certain time. Then the Medo Persians came up. Then the Greece came up. And then the Roman Empire came up. And now we're living in the revived Roman Empire, man. And soon the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem is going to come up. Under Yahweh Shai, man. We're going to rule. And this kingdom going to be forever. You know? So give me the Job 20.
Job 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Exactly. So Esau's only ruling for actually like a minute, man. He's not ruling long. He just ruling a few years, not because you have to understand that the Lord's eyes, 1,000 years is one day unto him. So for him, it's like nothing, man. This thing that Esau's ruler is nothing. When he came back into power, we say 1524, in the Renaissance, 1524. Now, when the letter J was established around that time, the 1500s, kind of like that, he came back into power and he lives right now. It's like a half a day to the Lord, man. You know, like 500 years, something like that. That's all, man. Come on. So we see, man, the East Edomite going to be taken out quick, man. Keep on reading. It's just short, man. It's just for a moment. Because he's the hypocrite, man. Read.
That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Doth his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung.
See, he's going to be flushed through the toilet, man. Did you have it done, right? When your species, you just flush through the toilet, and it's gone, man. This is going to happen. Even though he reached onto the heavens, he's so seen as the greatest nation of the planet Earth, as the greatest people, as the greatest man ever seen on earth right now, because they worship, because Heavenly Father set them up like that. Okay, but they're going to be brought down, man. They're going to be brought down and just going to perish, man. Read.
They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
Exactly.
He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yet he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
See, so he's just going to be like a night, man. He's just going to be gone, man. This whole kingdom, everything in it, going to just be gone, man. Everybody going to take the thing out, man. So, about read Isaiah 65 and 17 again, Baba Shah. Because it was a beautiful verse, man. It was beautiful, man. It's going to be away, man. Like a night, man, going to be away, man. He's going to be taken out.
Isaiah 65 and 17.
Yep.
For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind.
See, it's going to be not remembered. It won't come into your mind anymore, man. You know? Hey, Easter going to be a thing of the past, man. We have more things, we have great things to do, man. Keep on reading, Baba Shah. It's going to be beautiful, man.
But be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I create. For behold, I create Jerusalem, rejoicing, and your people enjoy.
Is this right now? Tell me. I'm asking you, man. Is Jerusalem right now rejoicing?
Yes, you see the desert, bro.
Yeah, man, it's beautiful, right? Jerusalem right now, beautiful under these fucking demons, man. And these Amalekites gonna get their due portion, man. And actually, just talking about the people of Israel, you know, and it's not, man. We are fucking shame, man. If I look at the Israelite man, I'm like, hey, Israel is a shame, man. These jakes out here that even know that they're Israelites and still do that wicked shit. This is a shame, man. It's a shame. But this shame gonna be turned into fame, man. This is what's gonna happen. Because the scriptures speak about that. I think in can somebody look it up? Just put in shame and fame. Shame and fame. I think it's in Zephaniah 2 or Zechariah 2. It's on one of these two things. Just put in shame and fame.
Shame and fame.
Yeah, just shame and fame because it says, yeah, we're gonna say what we're gonna say.
Zephaniah
389. Yeah, man, the app's tripping, eh? Yeah, man. That's why I always search for presets on the other app. I don't search on the blue letter for the app. I always search on the other app because when you write a word wrong or something, miss a word, a letter, it's still gonna come up. What you want to say? Hold it. What you want to say?
I just want to add on to the point that if you, because actually we talked about young girls or age of her flower basically, age of flower or whatever, the flower of age comes. Basically, you see already like I don't know 12. You know they can have her the period earlier and some stuff. You know, starting at 9. You know that's why you even your brother saying David had basically women with 9 and stuff. You know that's the reason because they can have it earlier. But you see, especially coming to this age, that they begin to drive around these Kinderwagen. What is it in English? Gee.
I forgot.
Children.
Troller. Something like that, troller.
Yeah, Khan, where you basically transport children, when you are in the city or whatever, Basically, you see young women starting to, wanting to push it, and stuff, because they behave already like their natural habit or how you want to say,
How it should be, man. They want to have children already, man. They're like, oh, baby.
Yeah,
can't. That's the thing, man.
Yeah, or
So
they
you see
basically
that, man.
help you, whatever, in kitchen or whatever.
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do.
Not like you have women today. Oh, I should cook for you. You can, and stuff,
But you can what?
You
can do.
I think I make what is it? I divorce or what is it?
Divorce papers.
I will pick up the divorce papers because you told me I have to cook for you, or I shall cook for you.
Listen, man, just why we always say, man. I was talking to a brother, said like, hey, if I would have a son in this life, I would tell him like, I would let him learn all things, man. If I have a wife, she would be in the kitchen. I would put my son in the kitchen. You have a cook, man. He has to clean something up. He does everything in the house. You know why? He's gonna learn from the youth up what to do because he won't have a female when he move out instantly. He might have, but it's 100% sure. Things are gonna be different, man. Yo, man, listen, you're gonna have a wife. You're gonna have a wife, man. You're gonna have wives upon wives, man. That's what's gonna happen because we have to rebuild the nation of Israel, man. There's gonna be a lot of children getting popped out, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, man.
Just don't want to talk too much, but that shows that if you have an ordered kingdom, you can have women in this age because they behave just like it is necessary and also in order.
Yeah, that's the thing because they got what? They're mature. They get raised the right way. Because listen, man, nowadays, what's supposed to be? For example, right? They live in every neighborhood. So now the men are working, right? Or let me say it different. A man has multiple wives, man. Let me say it like that. The man has multiple wives. So now he has like 3 wives. He has only 1 child yet, because the other ones are still pregnant or about to get pregnant, whatever. So now this 1 child grows up and it's a female. She has 3 females all day around her, and they show her how to handle things, man. The one is cooking, oh, you should do this and this. The one is cleaning. They get raised up right, man. But what is nowadays, man? Nowadays, these females or these children, all of them, the man and female, has to be alone, man. They are alone. These children are alone in the house. Why? Because the woman has to work also full time that I can survive, man. I was really thinking about it. You make a salary of what we say, like 2,000 something. 2,000 something. You think you can provide for your family? Like ultimately, man, you're barely gonna make it. I'm telling you, man. It's just gonna go worse and worse in this world. And this is why we desire the kingdom. Like fuck this world, fuck the fake money. Hey, we want the kingdom. That's all we want. So go back to the verse to that. Yeah,
Zephaniah 3:19.
Yep.
Behold, at that time I
Yep.
will undo all that afflict thee, all that afflict thee. I will save her that halted and gather her that was driven out,
Yeah, talking about
and,
Israel, man.
and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame.
Exactly. So the fame gonna come. I know we put to shame. People love us, mock of us. Yeah, man. Scriptures is the scriptures is a beautiful book, but also, like it says, it says to take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever, man. Yo, these verses are powerful, man. This is how the Lord wrote these things, man. This is how He gave us the word, man. It's beautiful. So we're gonna have this. We're gonna be put in praise, man. You understand? Heavenly Father gonna acknowledge us as people again. You know how? By delivering us, man. He's gonna show these are my people. This is what's gonna happen when Yahushua gonna come back, like we read before. And he said, like, ascend up. Our enemies gonna be held as are gonna see. We are the children of the Most High, man. Give me that real quick in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3. Baba Kishar. One of y'all two. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 and start at verse 1. Because they're gonna know, man, we are the children of the Most High. We are the children of God, man. Of the Almighty power, man. They're gonna know that. They're gonna acknowledge us. This is why it's gonna happen. Hey, Gabar, give me Jeremiah chapter 16 and start at verse 14. Give me that. But read first Wisdom of Solomon, then Jeremiah.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter
3 verse 1.
3, verse 1.
I know it's like 5. I'm saying 3, I mean 5 more.
I was hearing 5.
Yeah. I said maybe first 5, then I said 3. Yep. So this is done. Good.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5,
Yep.
verse 3.
No, verse 1. Sorry, verse 1.
Chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
That's what we're doing right now. The Heavenly Father gave us the ability to do so. Because back in the day, do you think in the early like 1900 or something, we could do that, man? Just go on the streets, we would be killed, man. Jesus would just slaughter us on the street, man. That would be normal. But the Heavenly Father gave us the ability to speak this truth and boldness, man. Read. That's what we're doing right now.
And made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for.
Exactly. This deliverance of us, this so-called second Exodus, or you can call it second Exodus, when we're going to be delivered out of the modern day Egypt by the chariots going to be beamed up, and they're going to fear, man. Imagine the whole sky covered with chariots. People seeing it, they're like, alien invasion. The sci-fi movies coming to pass, man. These people are going to be full of fear, man. This is why the Heavenly Father going to acknowledge us through that, man. He's going to acknowledge his men through the act, man. So read. Keep on reading, Baba Kishar.
And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in the vision, and a proverb of reproach.
See, so whom we had sometimes the original mockery, scoffery, scoffing at us, mocking us, and reproach, man. So this is what man, they're gonna see us, and they're gonna see that, hey, they're acknowledged by the Lord. Keep on reading. Verse 5 and 3. But it closed, huh?
Yeah, closed.
Yeah. It's cool, man. Just get it again and read it. Yeah, man. Hey, today the wind is blowing like crazy, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's because between the houses.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But last week it wasn't like that, man. It's like in Germany, like remember, like 4 weeks was very cold, then it was good. Now it's really the wind is blowing like crazy. Yeah, man. But hey, we just like it says in scriptures, he sees noticing. We just teach him, man. We just do what we have to do. You got it?
Yes.
Read publisher.
Calm, I mean.
You cannot. Yes, that will be calm, man. Read publisher. Read.
Sometimes I just think about, there was this guy coming up saying Khan. You remember? He came up and then he said like Khan, like he was mocking us or so.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
I can't remember the guy exactly, but yeah, this
I
happened.
even heard one in my work saying that. So I believe he's maybe if he was an angel or so. Because while he was speaking with me, only English speaking guys, he answered maybe not with attention, but he answered Khan. Like he is watching videos and whatever.
Oh, you maybe just said can
Khan.
and then he said can.
No, but he said
Can be. But
it was a
anyways,
yes or no question. But anyway, and verse 3, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5.
Why you saying it like that? Say Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 3.
Chapter 5, verse 3, Wisdom of Solomon. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in the vision, and the proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. How
See?
is he numbered
Read.
among the children of God?
See, so this act gonna acknowledge that we the children of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. This gonna show that we are the elect, man. This gonna show why, because we're gonna be delivered from the destruction to come. Hey, go back and grab that real quick in Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. Because we read verse 13, but let's read verse 14 also. So Revelation 11 and 14. So, like I said, man, he's one of the saints, one of the children of the Most High, man. Hey, this is what these people gonna say. Read that verse again. Was beautiful, man. Read it again.
Verse 3.
No, the verse 4, right? Where it says we are the children of the Most High. Yeah.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon, the book, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 4.
Yep.
We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor.
This is what these guys see us. These people see us. They're gonna be taken off the street. The police gonna jump us or whatever. We're gonna be killed. They thought these things about us. But read.
How is he numbered among the children of God, and his lot is among the saints?
His lot is what is it called? German Schicksal. Schicksal is among the saints, man. So basically, his future is among the saints, man. How is that possible, man? Yeah, because the Heavenly Father acknowledged you to their act, man. So give me the revelation, Babak. I would put you back here, man, because you don't. I know you're there, but I would just put it here, man.
Revelation 11:14.
Yeah.
The second woe is past, and behold,
Oh.
the third woe cometh quickly.
Salaki, here? Oh yeah, Salaki, Revelation 11 and Salaki. I think 13 is it. Yeah, 11, 13, Salaki. Read the 13.
11:13.
Yeah.
At the same hour was there a great earthquake.
Yeah.
And the 10th part of the city fell.
Talking about the Edomites, yeah.
And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000 completion.
Yep.
And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the God of heaven, or the power of heaven.
Yeah, because matter of fact, can we read verse 12? Can we read verse 12, Babak?
Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days.
No, it's not verse 12. It's not verse 12. 12 is
You
point.
should.
Yeah,
You should,
100%.
brother.
100%, man.
Because we read from
I know,
11 to 13.
I know, but I want 12.
Verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in the clouds, and their enemies beheld them.
See, the enemies beheld us. So we got descended up into the cloud, right? The enemy saw us like in Revelation chapter 5. So these enemies saw us. And Not read the verse 14 again.
Verse 14. The second war was past, and behold,
I mean,
the
the 13, come on.
and the same hour was there a great earthquake,
Yes.
and the tenth part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to the power of heaven.
Yeah, why? Because he got delivered. So our enemy beheld us and set these things in Psalm chapter 5, and he's among the saints, and then destruction came upon their ass, man. This is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. And this is what I'm gonna acknowledge. So now jump back to Jeremiah chapter 16.
16, Jeremiah 16:14.
Yep.
Therefore, behold, the days come, save the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, and that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
See, so this is the thing of the past, man. This is gonna be a thing of the past. Hey, yeah, man. Hey, the Lord God of Israel that delivered them out of Egypt. It's gonna be in the past. And this is what's gonna be said now after deliverance. Gonna be said after deliverance of us. When Yahweh Shai gonna come back and beam us up and deliver us from the destruction to come, man. Read.
Verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north,
Which is America.
and from all the lands whither he had driven them.
See, yeah.
And I will bring them again into the land that I gave unto their fathers.
See, so we're gonna be delivered. This is gonna be the new saying, man. We've delivered out of the land of the north and all lands where we got scattered to, man. So they're showing you the Israelites were scattered into the four corners of the earth, man. You see that, man? We are scattered everywhere, and we're gonna be scattered. We won't come all gather, take place gathered in America, or in Germany, or in Holland, or in Colombia, or in Venezuela, or Mexico. No, the Heavenly Father gonna deliver us, man. We ourselves won't put us back in Israel. No, the Heavenly Father gonna put us there, man. He's gonna put us there, man. So this is already cutting the people that are in the land proclaiming to be us, man. Why? Because these guys saying like, yeah, man, they're back in the land, but it's Jeremiah 16 and 15 come to pass. Is it not known that they deliver from the land of the north? What is the land of the north then, according to them? Germany? Because I got delivered from Germany? Come on, man. Hey, be soon out of here, man. And hey, these things are just coming out. These things are just coming to pass, and this is beautiful, man. Yeah, man. You can't stop the truth, man. People want to stop the truth. They want to stop the Alabaster from teaching, man. They want GMS to break down. They want to break the great millstone, what they even said in the one time. But it ain't happening. The Heavenly is going to keep on pushing as long as we have to, man. You know what? You know what's beautiful about the apostle also, man? Because I always want to say we're man pleasers, but then the man comes out with the title, I'm the chief high priest, man. Come on, man. But but we're man pleasers, right? So, anyways, nevertheless, El Apostle said when Wolfcamp and his gang rolled up to them, he said, man, hey, if we believe 100% this is the truth with all our mind, with all our being, right? But if the Heavenly Father set us up to basically fulfill one of his other duties, which is saying something wrong, which we don't believe we do, hey, then it is what it is, man. This is what El Apostle said out of his mouth, just showing you that, hey, he accepts just the will of the Lord. This is beautiful, man. This is what the Heavenly Father set us up, but we believe wholeheartedly, man. This is the truth that we're teaching, nothing but the truth, man. Nothing but the truth. So now, I give one of y'all Daniel chapter 2. I forgot who. Doesn't matter who, just grab it up. That's out of verse 32. Daniel 2 and 32. Oh, okay, come.
Daniel 2 and 2.
2 and 32.
2 and 32.
And you have to read a lot and read down, Babak Shah. Not a lot, but you have to read a lot.
23.
No, 32.
32.
Call it all again, Babak Shah.
The book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 32.
What's that, verse 31?
31.
Yep.
Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible.
Yeah, man. So, you saw the image, and the vision, and the form was terrible. Read.
This image's head was of fine gold.
which represents the Babylonian Empire, you know,
His wrist, and
breast,
his
his breast and his arms,
breast, his breast and his arms of silver.
which is the Medo-Persian Empire. Read.
His belly and his thighs of brass. His legs of iron.
Yeah, Sisaki, his belly and his thighs and breast represent the Greek Empire. Read.
His feet part of iron and part of clay.
Which is the his legs of iron, which represents the Roman Empire, and his feet part of clay and part of iron, which represents the revived Roman Empire, which live in it, native in the EU. Why? Because they have strong nations. For example, like Germany, you know, France, Germany, France. Huh?
USA.
Yeah, this is what you got in the Tanzanians are native, yeah. But yeah, like England, but England got broke off, so England was one of them too, you know. So the feet mixed with iron, the feet of iron mixed with miry clay represents that it's weak and strong, and it can be broken because iron crushes everything. When you put iron on the floor, boom, it's gonna crush the floor. But if the Mayas put it within together, the iron gonna survive, but the Maya gonna just be spread all over and gonna be destroyed. Read.
Thou sawest too that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet. That
See?
were
Smote the image upon his feet, man. So this is the kingdom where Yahweh is gonna come back, which is a stone. It's gonna take over this kingdom. It's gonna destroy it, man. This is what's gonna happen. So Yahweh is gonna come back and gonna destroy his feet. Why? Because the Babylonian Empire is gone. Medo Persian Empire is gone. The Greek Empire is gone. The Roman Empire is healed. Its deadly wound is healed, and now it's back again, which survived the Roman Empire, which is the feet of iron and clay. And Yahweh is gonna come there. Why? You have to understand that the Roman or this so-called great empire that we're in right now carries all these previous empires. Why? Because the iron is very strong, like I said before. Because if the gold would be at the feet, the image would break down instantly. Imagine it would be the other way around. The iron would be on top and the gold down. The gold would be crushed by the iron. So it's beautiful how the Heavenly Father set it up. Because this kingdom carries all the previous kingdom from before, man. So read the verse again from the top of the shop. Verse 34, right?
34, I can read. Come.
Yeah, read this again.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 34.
Yep.
Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet, that were of iron and clay, and brake them to pieces.
The actual destroyed. Read.
Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors.
So just gonna like dust, man. Just gotta wait. Read.
And the wind carried them away,
See?
that no place was found for them.
See, so they're just gonna be cut down, gonna be wiped away like the wind. Because when you have like the cross on the floor, if a wind dust comes, man, the thing is gone. You can't find it anymore, man. Read.
And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth.
See, it became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. What is that? The kingdom of Yasha'al, the kingdom of us, kingdom of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which is going to be ruled under Yahushua. You know, because Yahushua is basically the stone that comes back, and the whole what's going to happen. Upon him is the whole kingdom set up. Actually, you know, and this is really what's going to happen. That's beautiful, man. It's just beautiful to hear it. So Yahushua is going to come back and he's going to turn a great mountain, like we read before in Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 25. The burnt mountain. It's talking about the government. You know, the government of East is going to be burnt up, man. This kingdom of East is going to be burnt up, and then the kingdom of Israel is going to come, man. So jump to verse 44, Babu Shah. Napanya?
Verse 34. 44.
Yeah.
And in the days of these kings
Yep.
shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
See, break in peace. All these kingdoms shall stand forever, man. And this is the kingdom of Yahweh Shem El Shah. It's going to stand forever, won't be brought down like the other kingdoms, because all these kingdoms got conquered, right? Babylonians got conquered by the Medo-Persians. Then the Greeks conquered the Medo-Persians. Then the Romans conquered the Greeks. And then then the Dark Ages was, now we live in the right Roman Empire. And now the outside going to come back and destroy them, conquer them. So, the funny, keep it real quick, Daniel chapter 7 and verse 18, Baruch Hashem. Yep.
Daniel 7:18.
Yep.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
See, so that's what's going to happen. And the saints going to take over the kingdom. First, now right now we're teaching, getting marks and stuff that, getting basically ridiculed. Okay, but soon the hunting going to come. Soon the conquering going to come through Yahweh Shai, man. Jump to verse 27. Jump to verse 27, real quick.
Verse 27, the book of Daniel, chapter 7. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
See, give me Isaiah chapter 2. This is what's going to happen, man. All kingdoms and dominions, all nations going to obey Yahweh Shai, man. They're all going to flock to the Lord because they're going to see the righteousness and the might. Like, you see all these nations flocking out to America, man. Think about it innumerable times higher when Yahweh Shai is going to be in place under the Lord Yahweh, man. When Israel is going to be in power. We then Isaiah chapter 2, Baruch Hashem.
Isaiah chapter 2, verse 1. The words that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem.
Yep.
And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mount of the Lord's house shall be established on the top of the mountain.
See?
It shall be exalted above the hills.
See? So the mountain of the Lord's house, which is the government of Israel, is going to be on top of all other governments. So like we just read, Yahweh is going to come and crush this kingdom. And then we're going to be set up above all these other nations. Why? Because after 1,000 years of slavery, every nation is going to get their land back. All right, so they're going to go into the land and do what, going to do what they have to do. And going to be tributaries unto Israel, but Israel is going to be on top of them. Upon every big government and smaller governments, the hills. We're going to be above them. Read.
And all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mount of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For our Zion shall go forth in law.
Exactly.
And the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Exactly. So this is what's going to happen, man. These nations going to flock unto us. Why? Because first, right now, we are polished and made fine that we're going to rule in righteousness in the kingdom. That we're going to be made perfect. We're going to be made perfect because the law is going to be written in our inward parts, so we can't go off anymore. We won't sin anymore. We're going to have eternal life through that. Why? Because what is the wage of sin? Death. So death going to be passed away. And then when we establish as a government, the nation's going to flock onto us and want to be taught by us, man. And we're going to teach these nations. And they're going to feel some whips, man. They're going to feel correction. Like we felt it. So, hey, that's what's going to happen, man. So look for our righteousness, man. Look for the kingdom. Seek for righteousness. Don't be like these men that seek for the pleasure of this world, man.
Can I say something?
Yeah, just let me finish that. Don't be like men that seek pleasure of the world, but seek the kingdom of Yahweh Shem El Shah. Which one is it?
Because you said, the nations will fear and also kind of cleave to us.
Yeah.
There was a sister.
Yeah, man. Helicopter, man. Yeah, man. Hey, telling you. Also, what happened? So, I don't want to cut you off, but real quick, because helicopter coming. Also, can hear still. But in Germany, they're talking about the vaccination mandate, right? You know what? They put heavy police forces protection, man. I'm telling you, man. They had like these what is it called? These water trucks, you know, that shoot the water. They had vehicles that could push people away, man. In Germany, you don't have that often, man. But they bringing them more and more because they know something is coming up. You know, and they're provoking them. What you want to say?
Because there was a sister that had a dream about the kingdom, and, and she saw streets of gold,
Yeah, man.
and she saw that there was still Esau, you know, coming up together in groups, trying to rebel and shit, you know. But also you had like, just like now, the Asians, you know, trying to cleave to them that are basically in rulership, you know.
Yeah.
Like we talked about oftentimes in camp with Jacob also, you know, that these Asian fathers say that to the town, you know, take this Esau, this Edomite or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you had it like this, and the Asians always like praising us for coming, giving them some gifts and stuff, you know. She said, and again, you had also groups from Esau still coming together, trying to rebel, but not really like they had a chance, but you know, just to be the Edomites that they are still in the kingdom.
Yeah, man.
And stuff like that. And it was a really interesting dream. I don't know the sister's channel or whatever, but what is up? We uploaded the video, I believe.
But it's beautiful.
But it's really a power and really revelating dream, man.
Yeah,
You know,
but
like it's just like today, as I said, the difference between the Asians and the Edomites and all these other nations, you know, which he basically not talked so much about.
yeah, but this is actually in the scriptures, man. This is prophecy. We're gonna have the streets of gold. We're gonna have a lot of. You're gonna have. Hey, this kingdom gonna be. We're gonna have freaking the foundations of gemstones, man. You know the amethyst and so on and so forth, man. We're gonna have. That can read in Revelation 21 also, man. It's gonna be beautiful, man. The kingdom is something. That's why I always say, like, we know the kingdom so far according to the scriptures, because the scriptures tell us about it, you know. But hey, what the Heavenly Father really, hey, that for us, like, ultimately, it's just a glimpse that we know. Let me say it like that, man, because the kingdom is too great, man. It's too great to describe it, man. You know. But you know what's funny? Um, what is the so-called Latin tribes, right? The so-called Latin tribes. What I always say, America is a land full of streets of gold, right? So it's very bright, so on and so forth. But when I go there, I say this shit ain't shit, man. This is bullshit, man. You know. So, but in the kingdom, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be literally streets of gold. We're gonna have that, man. You know. So we're gonna read that. Let me read it real quick. Revelation chapter 21 and verse 1. It says, "And the 12 gates were 12 pearls, and every seven gate was of one pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass." Come on, man. Hey, just try to envision that, man. Put your hope in the kingdom, man. You know, put your hope in the kingdom. But I had another verse that I wanted to bring out real quick. I just had to double check it. This one more time. Then we're gonna close out. You know, let me just check real quick. No. That's not there. Okay, that's the verse I was looking for. But hey, yeah, man. So like I said, man, just look for the kingdom. I can't really think of it. I forgot even the phrasing of the verse now. Yeah, I forgot it now because I was thinking, is it?
Maybe
You can get him your phone, maybe. Right?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I thought it's here. But I think we read it already. I can't think of it, man. It slipped my mind. I don't like them. It just slipped my mind. Yeah, yeah, Ratazam.
add it to the cab.
No. What we do when we have something like that, man? We just added, you know, in the common bond. But hey, you know, last week I wanted to read Romans, right? Give me that Romans. We're gonna close it with that. Yeah, of course, man. It's a beautiful verse. No, I do.
Forget it.
No. You should have pulled it out.
Go.
Hey, I'm a mortal man, brother. I'm a perfect yet, so I make mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Revelation 18.
Revelation, right? Romans 8 and 18. See, yeah, man, it's my verse, you know. I wanted to bring it out.
I hear Romans 8.
But you, man.
I earlier thought about it was like good relation.
I started verse 17.
Romans, see again, Romans 8 and 17. And if children, then heirs, heirs of power or of Yahweh, and joint heirs with Hamashiach. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together.
So, and we suffer with the Lord Yahushua. We're going to be glorified together.
Now,
You know, we're gonna inherit everything from. We're gonna get everything get down from the Lord Yahweh. Why? Because we're going to get the piece of the pie, man. But we have to suffer. We have to go to the suffering. We have to go to the relocation. We have to go to the market scoff, the false accusations. Because everything that we go through right now, Yahushua went through, man. Yahushua went through all these things. So arm yourself likewise, man. Don't be sissy. Accept it and move on, man.
that's what they say. It's a little bit catchy, but no pain, no gain.
Yeah, man, no pain, no gain. It's true, man. You have to suffer, man. You have to gain the experience and to get strong, man. It's simply like that. Yahushua went through all these things, and we have to. I'm gonna say it likewise. Hey, real quick, man. Hey, the spirit came, jump, real quick, just First Peter, chapter 4. So like it. First Peter chapter 4 and verse 12 says, "Beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial which to try you, as though some strange things happen unto you." See? So it may some strange things happen unto you. Think like, oh, it is so strange. I don't know what has happened to me. What does it say? Rejoice, you know. But it says verse 13, but rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahweh's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy, man. So we should rejoice about these things, man. We should right now be rejoicing about these things that we're going through, man. Because you have to understand, man, all these things gonna lead to righteousness, man. All these things that we're going through right now gonna lead to us righteousness. Let the people look at you strange. Let the people talk about your shit. Let the people cut you off from being with them. But it's all gonna lead towards righteousness, man. Count the cost, man. In your mind, count the cost. You ready to forsake all? Because I was doing the lesson before Canberra in my house. You have to be soon. We have to be ready to forsake all, man. The comfort of your house, the comfort of the woman, maybe the comfort of the children, your job. You know, you have to basically really leave your life behind, and on top of that, maybe even give your life, man. You ready to do that? That's how we are, man.
Romans 8 and 18.
Yeah.
For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Exactly, man. So this what we're going through is not worth to be compared to the kingdom. Right? We just went over a glimpse of the kingdom, man. You saw the beauty, man. The joy. I saw the brothers' joy coming up, man. Hey, I saw the brothers that said here. I saw like when they had this thing, they're like, yeah, man. Hey, this is what we're gonna inherit. So we have to fight through that. We have to push. We have to push, man. This is the year of Yahweh Bashim says turn up, and we have to fucking turn up, man. No excuses, man. Straight up. So hey, with that, I want to give all praises, glory. It's like all praise, honor, all praises, glory and honor.
Isaac.
Say hi. Okay. All praise, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, ministers of truth. Peace and blessed salutation, elect of their spirit and true sincerity. Now it's church across 4 winds, man. And we pray and hope this camp was edifying. Until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
Wa Brakatam. Wa Ba man. Hey, may we be soon out of here, man. Shalom. And hey, Shalom. And to all the brothers on the common board, man. Shalom.